haven't been in a tent in a long time. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. But my wife and I had a private tour, and there's a room there, the Bart Giamatti Library, and there are 3 guys at computers, and their job is to take the incoming calls from people who want statistics. They want questions, maybe sports writers, maybe somebody writing a dissertation or a thesis, and that's what they do. And they've got all the information right at their fingertips, and so that's why they're there, to answer questions from sports writers and scholars, and also drunks in bars with $20 bets. So the guy who was taking us around, he loved his job, and you have to not only know all about baseball, but you have to know how to run a museum. So when he got the job a couple of years ago, his wife wasn't too thrilled with this, and he's bragging about all the facilities, and you're just in heaven if you like baseball. So that night, she wanted to watch a movie, and he wanted to watch a game, and the movie Pride of the Yankees was on, so they compromised and watched the movie. Gary Cooper as Lou Gehrig, and his wife was played by Teresa Rait. And there's a scene in there where Gehrig is starting to get famous, and his wife's starting to keep a scrapbook. So they're watching this at home, and his wife kind of needles him a little bit. She says, "Have you got that scrapbook?" And he says, "I'll check on it." So he goes to work the next day. That night he comes back home, he says, "Yes, we have Lou Gehrig's scrapbook, and we also have the scrapbook they used in the movie." So they were going through, they have every contract in the history of baseball, every single contract, down in the vault, because, you know, they got Social Security numbers there, so they have to be careful letting it out. So they gave a young intern a pile of contracts to go over. He said, "Go through, we don't know what's in here, see if anything rings a bell with you, and then call us." So she's going through the stack of contracts, and here is a guy called Eddie Geidel. She said, "Here's an Eddie Geidel." And he said, "What's that?" And she says, "Well, I don't know. It says something about a midget contract." He said, "What? It's a midget?" It's Eddie Goodell, the one that, what's his name? That Bill Vex sent in, and that's how they found the gun. And one more thing. I asked him, I said, "What do you do with people who just walk in here with stuff? You know, they found in the attic," and he rolled his eyes. He said, "Oh, you wouldn't believe it." He says, "It's really a pain. You got to listen to them, and it's worthless junk they bring in. They found in the attic. But," he says, "every once in a while we strike gold. We strike gold." Because there was a lady came in, a Japanese-American lady, and she came in with this battered old scrapbook, and we looked at this thing, and it is the only record of the teams that were playing in the internment camps at the beginning of World War II that she brought in. Didn't know if it was worth much, if they were interested or anything like that. Yeah. So that's it's a wonder if you've never been there. Yeah, and you knew where I was going with that Goodell story. Yeah. Well, it was a wonderful place. Yeah. So thank you for coming. You've been a wonderful audience, and I appreciate it.